Welcome, mortals, to the Fantasy Football War Council's podcast. Here are your gods of war, Jonathan Arnson, along with Mario and Daniel here.
Hello and welcome to another meeting of the Fantasy Football War Council. I'm your God of War, Jonathan, and as always, I'm joined by Daniel, who is back in the studio today. Welcome back, Daniel.
Yeah, thank you. Not quite as always, but trying to get back on that one.
Well, we'll get you back. And then we are joined today by Martin, but I did just see him drop out, so I hope he gets back in. He will join back in shortly. He is on the road driving. Now, today's podcast, we are talking, we have Combine talk, we have trades, free agency has opened and has started and is long gone, so there's lots of moves and just, we have a lot to go on. And then I even wrote some trivia questions that I thought were really funny. So, but anyway, let's get into the news.
Very nice. Well, I'm not sure which news was covered last time. I did look at the other doc.
I did go down. Let's see. It was we talked the fastest combine in history last time. The trade with the Rams and the Chiefs with Trent McDuffie. Seahawks did not use the tag on Kenneth Walker. Arizona was informed it was just more of like people leaving and tags. I didn't go into any kind of current.
Well, as there is no news on the script, there hasn't really been much news outside of that this last week. It's been kind of a quieter week.
It has. I've seen a few things like Carson Wentz was signed to a one-year deal to the Vikings yesterday. They're shoring up some quarterbacks in that room because it's J.J. McCarthy, Kyler Murray, and now Carson Wentz. So
3 quarterback battle.
Yeah. We had the trade with Jalen Waddle with the Broncos. We did have that go down.
Oh, yeah, that was like the end of last week, right? Or was that Monday?
Yeah. No, it happened right out. Yeah, it happened right after I last recorded. So, what was it?
Damn Broncos, man, making moves.
Making moves.
They're welcome back, Martin. Yeah, they're watching. They're watching your Raiders make a lot of moves, and I think they're scared.
I got a little bit thrown off because the first thing that I wanted to say was making sure that Martin was here because, I happen to talk a lot of shit on the Raiders in the past, but I wanted him to be here to hear me say his team has been making a lot of awesome moves, and congratulations on that. I think that they're having possibly the strongest offseason of any team in the NFL. It's been awesome.
I agree. I agree, and I've never witnessed anything like this. It's always been like one major star and a bunch of like random old washed up players. Yeah. Now it's consistent. Everyone's around the 26, 27 years old, and I'm like, this is probably the youngest core that we've had in years.
And a good core, and it's good moves. And good moves because, honestly, I think there's a lot of news we got. Like fucking, you guys brought in, you guys got who I thought in the best free agency lineman was
Linderbaum, man.
Linderbaum, yeah.
That move is that's like 600 yards to Genty right there, right?
Easily.
Just bringing him in.
Yeah.
Because he's going to communicate with the rest of the line on what they need to do and what their blocking schemes are. So, these guys that were ass last year, they didn't have any direction. So, they're going to be so much better this year just by that addition right there.
Having one of the best centers out there for the run game, it's going to be crazy. Genty, last year was a terrible, on paper, he had the yardage. He was able to get close to 1,000 yards in total. And now with Linderbaum on center, I'm excited because, like you said, that 600 yards almost guaranteed to, open up the field for the Raiders. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Seeing what Genty could do behind the worst offensive line, and you can only go up from here. So
exactly,
it's only getting better.
His average point of contact for the season was negative. It was in the negative, which means that he got hit behind the line more often than not, right?
I think it was like 65%.
That's negating the things that he was right, yeah. That's negating the things where somebody touches him 5 yards down the field. So that's fucking brutal. So and he was still able to put up the numbers that he put up. His yards after contact are higher than his yards, for rushing because of the point that he had a negative contact score. So that's fucking nuts.
Yeah, and I love the way they invested on the defense as well because they've never had a defensive splash in free agency like they did this year too. You know,
Yeah.
Quay Walker and the Kobe Dean. Now we finally have linebackers. We never had a linebacker ever.
Yep.
Now we have
That's a
two solid
bitchin'
linebackers.
core. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
great
a big
core
one.
because Walker's the run stuffer and he gets the things underneath, and Dean is small but he's fast as
Yeah.
hell and he can
And as
cover
of
well.
now, we
So
still have
like,
Max.
yeah, it's like an addition, right? Like you
It's like,
you
yeah,
counted him
yeah,
out
it's like-
already, so it's like you just signed the best defensive player.
I'm like, man, is this real?
Yeah.
Like now, I'm hoping now the pressure is really going to be on Fernando if he's going to be able to live up to the hype that they're giving him. Because literally, that's like
Yeah.
the only piece that we need now is besides a receiver. Because I feel like we don't have a number one.
Mhm.
We signed Naylor from Vikings.
Jalen Naylor, that's right.
Yep. Yeah.
And
I see
you
him
know
more as
what?
a number two.
But he's fast. Like he's a
He's
4-3 guy,
fast.
right? So
Yeah,
what they're
I mean-
from what I see for Kubiak is now he's got his Raheem Shaheed, right? He's going to
Yeah.
stretch the field, and their number one is going to be Brock Bowers.
Oh, for
Yes.
sure. And
So he's going to be in the
Thornton-
slot. He's going to be in tight end. Like,
I got a lot of high hopes too for Thornton Jr., the receiver we got off of Tennessee last year.
yeah.
6'4", 6'5", I want to say. He ran a 4.3 for 4. He could be
Yeah.
that number one if Clint, is able to grow him the way I thought Pete Carroll was gonna, let him develop. But
Mhm.
yeah, I'm excited.
And Beck too, right?
Definitely excited. Yeah, Beck is there, still there.
He's a big dude too, and
there's
he's got the makes of a number one also.
Yeah, he
Besh.
reminds me more like a Cooper Kupp type of guy.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a good fit. That's actually
Mhm.
a pretty good fit for him. He's scrappy. He's versatile. He moves around the field. He could be anywhere.
Yeah, he's stocky. He could be like on the slot. Yeah, I'm excited.
I mean, you should be. You guys have dropped like $200 million in fucking cap space,
And
Dude.
cap space, man.
and the deal falls through with the Ravens, so you have Max Crosby back,
Yeah.
but you got to move things around to be able to keep him because that's $30 million that you were not accounting for.
Exactly.
to have.
Yep.
So
Luckily, they were able to be in that position where they had, one of the highest amounts of cap space. Where if he did come back, they were still able to pay all the guys that they were able to acquire.
Yep.
It's not $50 million in leftover in cap anymore. It's somewhere closer to 227. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Enough to sign the draft class, basically.
yeah, exactly. And they were still able to pick up a couple of special teams guys a couple weeks ago. They picked up the linebacker. I forgot his name from the Colts. He blocked our field goal and our punt last time we played him. I forgot his name. Man, I'm spacing out.
He was isn't he like the All Pro? Like he was the best
I
special
want to
teams player
say
this
he
year.
was. Yeah.
I can't remember his name, but I think I remember seeing that and going, "Damn, another really smart move."
Yeah.
Like they've made so many good moves this offseason, and things have broke their way so nicely that I'm excited for the Raiders this year.
I feel like it's
I'm
too
excited
good to
for
be true.
you and for
But
the
if we
Raiders.
get more than 3 wins, I'll be happy.
really good. Yeah, Spytek's making some really good moves. Yeah, that would be something if you guys still only pull 4 wins.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
rookie quarterback, it makes it a little difficult. But the thing is,
I'm
like,
not gonna lie to you guys. When Mike Evans was on the run, like picking a new team, and I'm like, if he lands on the Raiders, I'm gonna be so hyped. That guy's my favorite player outside of the Raiders.
Well,
team.
It's usually like the spot for like either a
Yeah.
disgruntled or a retire, like an old aged wide receiver that's really good. They used to the Raiders to finish their seasons out, man.
I'm just
I'm
so
like,
happy he didn't go to Baltimore.
Yeah.
That
Niners team,
no, don't follow that
Niners team's
arc.
gonna be scary though.
Yeah.
The Niners team is looking pretty scary. They made a lot of moves as well.
It is. It is. I would have liked to see the Chargers instead. I think that would have been one of them. I think I was a little happier with. I think Herbert would have been. He needs someone like that. But
I'm glad it wasn't.
Even with Johnson?
Oh, I know you're not. But I think that would have been a better landing spot for that offense too. That would have been a better spot in my opinion. So
I feel like it would have.
Yeah.
No, you guys are crushing it though. It's
dude.
quite an off season.
Rookie quarterback's best friend besides an offensive line, right?
A big tight end.
Offensive line, tight end, and a run game. They addressed all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
The receivers come later, but the best friends are tight end, running back, offensive line. And then they shored up their defense.
He doesn't even have to be a best quarterback. He could be a fucking
Sam Darnold.
That's exactly.
And the freaking coach you brought in, right? Like Derek Carr had 2 back-to-back games with 500 yards passing before he got hurt last season.
Yeah, man.
The season before when he was in New Orleans, right? Dude, yeah.
What surprised me more about the Raiders is the patience that they've had this year. Usually they would have just grabbed the first coach, panic mode. They were able to sit back. They waited until the Super Bowl was over, and then Clint announced it the day he's coming to the Raiders. I was excited. Kept on seeing every team pick up a coach. Not gonna lie, I was kind of nervous. Gave me Ben Johnson deja vu from last year.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
I think John's right. A lot of credit to Spytech, man. He's done a great job this offseason.
He's made some solid moves because I was thinking about it, I'm like, what is this? Is it because Brady's in the building? No, it's got to be Spytech. Spytech's making the moves. It's not Brady. I'm not giving Brady any fucking credit.
And it literally almost feels like
he's out there picking fights with Logan Paul right now.
Yeah. Trying to box
I'm loving it.
NFL.
Yeah.
No, it's all the shit this morning. Is now social media is full of WWE stars calling out Brady for Deflategate, saying we're not fake, but we have Deflategate. You guys are fake.
That's so funny.
Right.
Got out the window.
Oh man. All right, we showered the Raiders with praise, rightfully so, with what they've done. But no, we go to the other side and be like, "What the fuck, Dolphins?"
Oh my god! It's like they just want to ship everybody away, and I laugh.
It's crazy.
What was the campaign? Tanking for Tua, right?
Yeah,
they're doing the same shit.
Tank for Arch. Yeah,
they're just tanking for the number one.
Hey man, I remember they were tanking for Tua, but Flores wanted Herbert when he was the coach there.
Yeah, I saw a really funny one. Was they, bringing in their quarterback that they just signed, and then they shipped off Waddle. Wait a minute. You're like, would you talk him up? Be like, hey, come on, we're gonna have a good season. You got Waddle. You're gonna do really well. Okay, sign this contract and go ahead, trade Waddle away.
Yeah, and now Waddle's gone. What?
Hey, wait, what do you mean?
That was hilarious. Poor Malik Willis, man. He's just gonna be a target this next year.
The Dolphins made moves they just got a bunch of payday loans. And just released them.
Yeah.
And they still have all
pretty much
this dead money.
The sad thing is, I'm not sure they're ready for that quarterback yet because they need to shore up their offensive line before they start bringing in, I think, a quarterback. I think it's going to, when you don't have an offensive line and you bring in a quarterback, you start a situation like a Joey Harrington. He's going to scramble. He's got no protection. It's a David Carr, a decent quarterback in a shitty situation.
Yeah.
They're going to have the Texans, the Longhorns QB room, right? Because now they're going to have Arch and they have
Ewers.
Yeah. The funny thing is, they're going to give it to Malik and Ewers. They're like, Ewers, you just sit there. You're good. You're good, Ewers.
Yeah. Jesus.
And I think that they've got over $100 million in caps, dead cap space this year, right?
Oh,
like
it's easily
$130
over
million
100.
now, something like that.
I do think so. Yeah.
Let's see, 27, and I was curious, so I'm looking up how much cap space they have in 2027. All right, so yeah, they're 100% tanking to sign a shit ton of free agents for next year because they've got estimated 155 to 156 million dollars in cap available next offseason. So they are putting themselves in a position to tank, pick up a quarterback with a high pick, and sign a bunch of free agents.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, they're going to fight against Arizona and one other team. I know there's another team that's totally going to tank for him. So there's a few teams I
The
think doing
Jets.
this year. Yeah, there you go. I think there's a few teams that are going to really go
Might be the
for it.
Jets.
Yeah, I think so. All right, well,
It's crazy. Well, we all know who where number 1 in the draft is going, right? Like where Fernando's going. There's no way the Raiders
I
aren't
mean,
picking him up at this point.
you don't think they're shopping
Yeah,
it? You don't think they're going to shop it
hey
for the
man, I'm
quarterback?
not. Okay, the only reason I say I'm scared that they're gonna trade him or not, Clint's is a system coach. I feel like they could put in anyone. Aiden O'Connell could probably even be behind center, and they're like, hey man, we could beef up this defense. We could get a receiver and maybe Arvell Reese or something. Shop it out of the Jets if they want it. That's the only reason I'm scared. But I'll stick with Fernando if I'm the Raiders. But I don't know.
You
I
broke
wouldn't
up there.
put it past them.
What do you prefer?
Me, I prefer
Yeah,
Fernando.
you broke up a little bit
hands
there.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer Fernando, but I don't. I wouldn't put it past them that they're shopping it around. Thinking like Clint could probably use Aiden O'Connell to run that system and trade trade down and maybe get the Jets' first rounders get a loop for it. It's always a possibility, but I'll stick with Fernando. I feel like the moves that they're making now is to draft him. Now, behind Linderbaum.
I really like the kid.
Putting it, a solid defensive there.
I'm higher than most. I feel like on Fernando. People get.
I was always high on Fernando
since are talking about how bad the draft class is, and he's getting pulled down by that. But
yeah,
I like a lot of the things that he's done, and he's super young.
Exactly.
Right? He's got time to learn.
Yeah. He has time to learn, and he's willing to learn. And I don't feel like you have a QB like Fernando that you worry about outside of the game. But I told a lot of people they see this as a weak QB class, and Raiders should wait next year. I feel like Fernando's better than any QB next year. I don't think Arch is going to be better than Fernando is. I don't think guy from Oregon. I don't feel like he's going to be in the same level as Fernando. The only one I think maybe might be a surprise is Thorsby now that he's Texas Tech. But I don't see anyone being in the caliber that Fernando has. They said his numbers don't reflect what he performed, but the way he's able to pick apart the defense is crazy. He doesn't even need to read his progressions. He already knows what the defense is going to be doing before the snap.
He has got all of the untangibles as a quarterback. He's got fast processing. He's got he's super smart about the way to attack the field. He's got off the field things, and apparently he's got that insane football gene where it's it's all about the game and improving himself and doing all of that like the greats have, right? The obsessive compulsive about football, right? So he ran a pro offense, right? He ran a pro style offense. It did have a lot more RPOs rolled into it, but it reflects well on him transitioning well into the NFL.
Yeah.
And every single year he improved in his college career. And so it's there's a lot of things that are oh, okay. Then you put him in a team that's trying to set him up as best as possible, and the coach that he's at, I'm like, this is a nice fit also for the way that Clint Kubiak runs his offense.
Exactly. It just makes perfect sense. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm excited for both parties.
I'm excited too. And honestly, there's a lot of people comparing him, saying Ty Simpson is I think Orlovsky was saying that he's more impressed by Ty Simpson But I just feel like it's the name of the school that they were in too. If you put Fernando the way he played in Alabama, everyone would be like raving Fernando.
Yeah.
Even more.
Yep.
But he was in a small school. Indiana wasn't known for football. And then for him to win the Heisman as well.
What did they say? They hadn't had like a winning record in like 30 years or something like that.
Yeah, they're a basketball school.
Mm-hmm. And then they win the Natty. Nuts. Hire a new coach, bring in a new quarterback and a few other players to the transfer portal, and you win the Natty.
Yeah, and then the quarterback wins the Heisman.
Yeah. Coming out of Cal,
so
too.
I'm excited. Yeah, I started watching him in Cal after that game he had against Miami when he played against Cam Ward. They were like slinging it. It was a gunfight, man. Nice. And Fernando showed a lot of moxie. And then that's why when he transferred over, I was like, oh, he should just stayed in Cal. I didn't know what they were building in Indiana.
Right.
But it paid off.
it paid off. Yeah, he's only 22.
Yeah.
So,
that's crazy.
It's like Darnold. Darnold came out at 21, I think. Mm-hmm. So he's a little bit older, but man, yeah. So yeah, that's pick 1 in the draft, right? And it's whoever's getting that pick, if anybody gets that pick, which we both agree Raiders should stay and pick. Then,
I think so, but I think there is a chance that they may trade out. I think they're shopping.
That's what Martin was saying.
Yeah, I think they're shopping. Sorry, I had to run away. I had to pay the garage door guy. Awesome. Yeah, no, I think it'll be interesting. I'm very excited to see how this draft rolls out. So, because you usually know pick 1 is pick 1, and then you kind of go, oh, we kind of know pick 2, pick 3. I don't know pick 1 yet because I don't know if it's a for sure thing. Just saying. I think
I want to say it's like 90%. But there's still that 10%.
I think it's close. I think it's high. I put like 85. I give it a 15% chance, a little higher than you. That they could, because I'm seeing, I don't know, Spy Tech seeing how other teams do things. They're like, maybe we move back a couple picks and then get somebody else you want and deal with quarterback next year.
That's what I was saying. Maybe they beef up the defense a little more and get Arvell Reese, another what's that safety.
Downs.
Caleb Downs. Is it Sonny Styles?
Yeah.
Oh, Caleb Downs.
Sonny Styles, the linebacker, yeah.
That's the linebacker that I hope he drops to us. I hope he drops to us. I really like him.
Yeah. The fact that Reese and Styles that played linebacker on the same college team and they both could go in the top 5 and will go in the top 10 crazy. Is nuts. That is absolutely nuts.
Styles' value shoot up. So
yeah,
I like
Styles better than Reese.
Solid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do too.
He doesn't have
that. Feels like there's a lot of schools with multiple solid players, like Miami with their front line on their defense. You can pick any one of those guys, and you'll be like, all right, I'm good.
Damn. Go find those position coaches.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the ones you want. You're not wrong at all.
John, going back to what you were saying, I don't even know who the first 3, 4, 5 picks are going to be. I don't know.
That's what I did. In most drafts, we already know at this point. We kind of go, okay, there's a hard set of people but there's no way. I don't know, because I can see them move off of Mendoza and go elsewhere, and Mendoza's going to drop a pick or two. So,
but say the Raiders do stick with Mendoza. I don't know who the Jets are going to grab.
I don't know who 2 is.
Are they going to go defense? Yeah.
Because you don't know what they're taking.
The Cardinals? Yeah. The Cardinals need a QB now.
Yeah.
Are they going to try to
they're going
what?
next year.
Or next year? Trade down. I don't know what they're.
I really see the Cardinals tanking to go get that next year pick. I see them as one of the tanking teams right next to Miami. That was the one I really feel is. Maybe the Jets don't, but I really feel Arizona. They just shipped out everything, right? They're like, whatever.
Yeah,
we're good. I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't see it
releasing. They're taking when they release Kyler, but eat all of his deal. his
Yeah,
money, and they're like,
dude,
yeah,
and
we're done.
that's
Well, I
hey,
mean, last year
how
Jacoby
many
Brissett
teams are
played
solo?
better than Kyler did too. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
why are you going to pay that guy $100 million when this backup that's making 15 is playing better than him?
Okay, who wants
Yeah.
to say that Kyler Murray's contract has a fucking Call of Duty stipulation of no playing video games during season or some shit like that?
I
I don't
would,
know.
or maybe he was
Please,
playing Call of Duty because he was bored at playing in Arizona.
Mm,
maybe, but
yep, maybe he
I don't
goes
know. You
somewhere
got
else.
Marvin Harrison Jr. and you're bored. Come on, I think he was
I mean,
bored.
like, you know what? Like, it is. I hope Marvin Harrison Jr. Play,
Snaps
just
back.
yeah. And I feel
He
like he's able to play the same way his dad did. But man,
Yes.
Kyler Murray and Justin Jefferson is gonna be crazy.
Justin Jefferson's
I
going to
feel like,
have a shit season.
Yep. See, this is where
He does
everyone
not
man.
throw
said,
outside the numbers and down the field.
nope.
I feel
Marvin
like
Harrison Jr. was so much better when Jacoby Brissett came in because he was actually getting thrown the damn ball.
100%. See,
I don't know. I
they have
feel like
claimed that Justin Jefferson is unbreakable and he could play with any quarterback. You are about to witness him broken man. He's not going to make the top 10.
well,
Kyler Murray
then
is a fucking shit quarterback.
it could be a blessing and a
Throwing
curse.
out
Then
He
he
has
might,
talent. He
wanna,
has talent, but he needs the right coaches. And yeah, Minnesota's got the quarterback whispers there, but I don't know if they fix him. I don't see they fix him, honestly.
I hope, man, if they do,
He would be something
that
because
could be
he's
crazy.
had the quarterback
Yeah.
one. He's had that potential to be number one before. He's been number one, right? But like,
And if he does it, I hope Justin
very long time
protests
against
the
that.
trade and comes to the Raiders.
If he fixes those issues that he's got, he's automatically one of the best quarterbacks in the league, like top 3-4, easily.
Absolutely, 100%. But he's not.
Like
I said, I think he's lazy. There's something going on there because he's not connecting with people that he should be connecting with. And when people like Brissett come in behind you and make you look bad, something's going on. You know, whether you were
I feel like that happens
lazy,
a lot.
not liking it, not liking coaching, you're butting heads with your coordinator, whatever the fucking case. Yeah.
Every single quarterback has done worse after they've signed that massive contract. Like the $50 million a year contract.
Oh, yeah.
Every quarterback that has signed that contract has gotten worse, including Mahomes.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It started
Sadly,
with
Tom
Watson,
always took
disaster.
Team friendly.
Yeah.
You know, but like the only one that, still, Josh Allen didn't get $50 million a year. He took a pay cut because he wanted to stay in Buffalo, and he had the other, he said he took 40 instead because that's a receiver, God,
I hope Allen works it out. That is a talented kid, but he's got to work something out because by the time he gets to December, he's pulling a Lamar Jackson. Him and Lamar Jackson they're like a pair duo, man.
I don't know if it's.
If I was Josh, I would have wanted to get traded, man.
They're the new Tony Romo. That's what it is. God, they're the new Tony Romo. Holy fuck.
The worst thing Josh Allen did was sign that contract. Yeah, the worst thing Josh Allen did was resign with the Bills, man.
With the Bills instead of leave.
Being at all, man. I don't trust that dude at all to build a team.
I think that they fired the guy that was doing what needed to happen for the team, which is McDermott.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And
I don't know why they let McDermott go. That one boggled me.
But
why
I don't know.
Why, when you're getting ready to go into the draft, you go in and throw a player that you drafted a few years ago under the bus? What is that? Like, I'm not going to want to come here because if I underperform or I have a bad year, the GM's going to be like, that's not the guy we wanted.
It was this guy's fault. I didn't want
this
him.
Dude,
they wanted him.
He's like, he did it?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, I don't trust. And then ownership was like, hey, you're the problem. We're going to fire you. No, we're going to make you president of the Bills organization. Like, what? What?
Yep. That's somebody
they must
that
not
behind
have an
the
HR
scenes
department
really
there.
sweet talk you, and he becomes friends with the owner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that guy's.
I feel like Allen has been performing well in the playoffs and stuff, but his team lets him down. And so I don't know
Around
if that's
him,
a
they're
he
not
has
making
no.
the
thing or what, but like,
Oh, you see it in his face by the end. He's just he's upset because
Yeah.
things aren't going his way. Well, yeah, who isn't upset at that point? Nobody.
Yeah.
You could see that
He has no
like,
supporting
you're right,
cast.
Daniel.
You know,
He crumbles around. No, there's no really big name, great people around him. Come on.
There's not enough players on that offense to step up in the postseason and beat these best teams when they are having players step up in the postseason like they're supposed to, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Right now you've got Cook and Allen and Dawkins. That's not enough to win these playoff games, and they are almost winning these playoff games. You need at least 3 offensive weapons that can get the ball in their hands to win playoff games.
Hey, but they added Bradley Chubb.
My mouth last year, Cook wasn't going to have a good year. True. What a move, Bradley Chubb. Yeah.
What a move.
I see that as just
2 years removed from his injury. That's a little threatening for Cook, but
yeah.
He's like, we're gonna move on from Joey Bosa, but we're gonna add Bradley Chubb. Same dude.
I don't know.
But hey, man, if the Vikings don't find success, Justin Jefferson should request a trade to see if he goes to the Bills. That'd be scary.
Hey, that would be scary. Yeah, it would. My goodness. Or any team or any wide receiver like that goes like to the Chiefs. Woof.
Yeah.
Woof. Yeah, I know
Bills,
that's something you never want to say. It's like,
oh man.
Nah, you're right. Though.
I would say the Ravens, but I don't feel. Yeah.
No, Chargers.
Like,
come on. I know you don't want to say it's your division, but
I don't want to say. I don't want to say.
Herbert needs a one, dude. I have such praise for that kid, and each year there's someone that's talented that just isn't getting the people around him there. But
it's crazy.
Offensive line can stay healthy, man.
Yeah.
It's similar to like with the Bills. Like they're not doing anything to help out Herbert. I mean, they haven't added a number one to the Chargers. I don't think they have depth in the whole line. They lost their guys. They lost Slater and all on the regular season. And geez, man, Justin Herbert was over there dodging bullets like if he's in war or something.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Hampton went down because of it.
Yeah.
Their one move was they signed the best blocking tight end, who's known as the best blocking tight end in the NFL, to like a decent contract. That's the only thing that they did this offseason so far of note. And so, besides, sign McDaniels, which is probably their best move of the offseason by far. But, yeah.
They don't have that number one receiver. Keelan Allen is old. I mean, they could probably use him again for a 1-year deal, try to see if we could work with McDaniels' offense, but he needs someone that can stretch that field. And I hate the Chargers, but I feel like no one, like rumor mill is, no one really wants to play with Harbaugh.
Crazy. That was the coach I was excited to see go to there, thinking, man, things are going to change, things are going to happen, and I haven't seen anything happen yet. I know it takes more than a year, but still.
I'm not surprised because I remember how the relationship between the Niners and Harbaugh ended. He lost that locker room the last 2 years he was there. There's something about his coaching style that players don't really like. I don't think, I don't know how much I want to get into that, but I know that had something to do with.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I think he's better at the collegiate level where he's like a teacher, coach. At this level, these players don't want to listen to you. He's a jolly good fellow. Like, get the shit out of my face, man.
They have to trust in you. They have to believe in you to want to let you be coach. Yeah. And maybe they don't. Yeah, that's actually a really good point.
Well, he got like a D on the players.
Yeah, exactly.
For coaching. I was surprised to
see that. I like
those
report cards. I still like seeing those report cards. I know that they don't like putting those out, but I like seeing those. I think it's a good thing for us fans to see.
I think it's great. It's gonna do nothing but improve these organizations because they're getting called out publicly.
Keeps them on their toes.
Yeah.
Keeps them on their toes.
So they're like, okay, NFL, you said we can't publicize these. Oh, we're just gonna tweet it instead.
Unless you're the Cardinals that haven't been able to get higher than an F in 3 years.
Yeah, I mean that's as ownership. fans are going to start to call it for you to sell that team or do something about it, you know? So that's the big thing. People will start moving away from your team because they actually, you know, care about how you're treating your employees and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right, we've been just back and forth on some random topics here. I like it. Do we? I mean, I wrote down a couple news bits, but like, do you want to continue? We've talked some of the landing spots of people.
I do have to wrap up here soon.
Yeah, we're almost.
But I think this has been just like a good off-season conversation banter with the teams that have been making moves. Yeah. I'm super looking forward to the draft.
There's some really good teams making moves. I'm loving it all.
You know,
and there's teams you question, like, hey, you can see the ones that are tanking because they're not doing a damn thing, and they're shipping people out. They're preparing for next year.
I mean, the Waddle move was a really good move.
That was what, first, a third, and a future pick or something like that?
That was huge. That was huge for their Dolphins. I think they won that one for sure.
Yeah, I think that was a great move for the Dolphins because now they've got 2 firsts this year. So if there's another team that wants to come up, maybe they can trade a future first for them to come up or something like that. And so they've now got enough to start getting a young core in place for their quarterback for next year, or B, maybe a team's willing to, you know, put up their next year's first for a player this year, you know.
So high likelihood percentage chance Manning goes to Miami.
Dude, could you imagine if like they trade both of their first round picks for 1 first round pick next year so that they have 2 in next year's draft? Like,
it's not a bad option.
And then they just trade out of the first round this year, and they're just like, nope, we're making sure that we have the resources available to next year to make a move if we want to, you know. Like, that might not be a bad idea for them, given what they've done to their team this offseason.
Yeah, because they're not going to win anything this year.
Now, do you think the Manning cast would like Arch to play in Miami? Or would they pull a Eli, be like, no?
I have heard that mentioned a few times in things I've been listening to.
I'm not sure Manning's going to have. I'm not sure Arch is going to have that kind of leverage with the class that he's coming out in.
I don't think so.
No, there's a lot of really good quarterbacks out there where there wasn't when Eli was. Yeah,
Arch might eventually be the best quarterback in his class, but I think that he's got to get there. And there's gonna be, but there
there's a lot,
unless if he takes a really big jump this offseason. He wasn't bad, right? He was still one of the top college quarterbacks this year, statistically, especially. But he's not been this thing that everybody wants him to be. And so if he takes a step forward next year, there are other quarterbacks that are going into next year's draft that are just better. But he's also super young, and he might get there. So I think he's the highest ceiling, but yeah, he might be like the 3rd prospect or something like that in next year's draft.
How well do quarterbacks come out of Coach Sarkisian? That's what I gotta know.
Has there been? Hey, Gemini.
Gemini?
Not an advertisement. Ask the question.
Yeah, man, but I mean, it's probably going to be the same team, you know, right now that are 3, 4, and 5, or 2, 3, 4, and 5 drafting a quarterback again next year. So it's either he's going to go to the Jets, he's going to go to the Cardinals, or he's going to go to Miami.
Could be interesting to see. Yeah, it should be interesting. All right, well, thanks for joining us. This was a fun chat today. We love talking football. It's just something we love to do. Tune in a couple weeks. We'll have more news, more banter, more fun stuff.
Getting closer to the draft.
Oh my God, draft's
right around the corner.
Excited.
We're a month away. It's like 5 weeks. 5 weeks to the draft. So start countdown. Start watching draft day. You gotta watch it just to get the news.
That's right. I was on the sleeper app the other day, and it's like we're like in the 30s. We're almost a month away from our draft for our
Disney
dynasty.
draft. Yeah, Dice draft around the corner. What, 10 rounds, filling up the
Taxi spot.
taxi squad. Yeah, I like it. I love it. This is a great year.
Yeah.
It's exciting. We need to hammer down that time because I want to make sure it's good for your brother. I know.
I think
what I mean?
for that one, it's a 24-hour per pick.
Well, yeah, but time
But
for the other.
But for the
We
other
need to
ones,
pick
for
a day.
gods,
We
we
need
need
to
to pick a day and a time. Absolutely.
Yeah, I was gonna say we didn't pick a day, and I wanted to throw I think it was like the 23rd or something. It's a Sunday in August. Keeping it to Sundays for Alan, so Alan could be there.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Sweetness.
Anyway, okay. So tune in the next couple of weeks. We'll get more football talk. Maybe Martin, and we can get Ollie back on. Ollie wanted to come, so we'll get Ollie on. Thanks for marching.
Amen.
And as always, I don't know. Conquer. I gotta finish it.
Research.
In a realm where legends rise and dreams collide, a council gathers with power as their guide. Jonathan the strategist with bestow's might, Mario and Daniel warriors ready to ignite. Bestow's might, Mario and Daniel warriors ready to ignite. Thunder roars, lightning cracks the sky, electric strings sing a battle cry. In this arena